Okay, Saber, explain this one to me. What in the name of the Emperor is the point of adding a perfect dodge mechanic to the Zoanthrope Psychic Beam if it still causes you damage when you perfect dodge it? Okay, that doesn't sound good. Seriously, it's not like the player base has not been complaining about this enemy and its attacks since day one. Yes, I can confirm. I have made a few videos on Zoanthropes. What from the spamming of them to the fact that magically they can hit you through cover, through floors, and through ceilings, but when you try to fix it, you break it even more. Okay, I think they've been casually nerfing Zoanthrope since launch, but yeah, they still have a good point here about Zoanthropes practically breaking the game. But yeah, they never broke Zoanthropes even more. We've basically, you know, we've definitely seen a nerf for Zoanthrope practically like every patch, something like that. Like a steady nerfing of Zoanthrope is what I'm trying to say. Come on. Okay, rant over. All right, so we are going to take a look at this clip. Zoanthropes obviously have been been a nuisance in the game for a while. Now, I've been playing a lot of Sniper, and I have been seeing a lot of Zoanthropes recently. The thing is, with Sniper, it's not that big of a deal. With, like, Bulwark or the Assault class, or it's, like, I will say it really depends. Like, Vanguard, you know, Vanguard can definitely have an issue with Zoanthropes depending on what weapon you are using. But actually, not anymore. Say, for example, with Vanguard, the Vanguard Grapple, that is a thing that has been introduced recently. So they are steadily making it a tad bit easier to deal with Zoanthropes. But yes, those close range melee classes can still have an issue with Zoanthropes. But yes, let's look at this clip. Let's see how much of the game Zoanthropes are breaking right now. And also, I have a question. Now, the thing is, which is funny, I'm actually watching some tabletop right now. Can the Zoanthropes hit through cover on the tabletop? I don't think they can, right? But regardless, it's definitely an issue. The beam attacks have been a nuisance since the game started, and yes, they also added the way to perfect dodge it. It's been weird. It's been weird. I've perfect dodged Zoanthrope's beams exactly like 3 times. Okay, let's take a look at this clip. Yeah, let's see how much of the game this Zoanthrope is breaking right now. All right, so we have a Bulwark here, and yeah, this is the Zoanthrope going in for a beam attack. And yes, those are the sound effects and the gun strike from a perfect dodge. Sorry about the volume there, but I will say right here we have one teammate down. They did get one Zoanthrope down. Let's take a look at how much damage they actually take for this. Okay, yeah, that's pretty rough. However, we do have the indicator right here. So this is likely ruthless. I will say this is ruthless. Yeah, especially considering the respawn timer right here. Yeah, it's either ruthless or substantial. The plasma pistol, definitely a good option to deal with these Zoanthropes. I mean, you can even see the grapple right there. But okay, yeah, let's look at this actual perfect dodge here. Yeah, that's wild. That is so wild. You definitely get the perfect dodge, and I gotta say, it does look like, dude, that is so rough. That is so rough. You just straight up didn't get any iframes there. This is not this is not good, man. The beam attacks definitely need to have an adjustment. I will say, out of all the nerfs we've had for Zoanthropes, we've never seen anything for beam attacks recently, and I think it's time. I think it's time. I really wish I kind of played more with Zoanthropes in the PTS to see if they changed anything with the beam attacks, but this is unacceptable. And I really can't honestly say I know which way they were trying to dodge, because this is so sudden. 3 bars of armor right here, just a little bit of health damage. They do end up getting this health back with the gun strike, but if this happened in absolute, you could potentially be in a pretty rough spot. I mean, you still get the gun strike though, right? So you still get the capability to get your health back. Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely rough. I really hope they do something about these beam attacks. Dude, yeah, I have no idea which way they are trying to dodge. They really could be trying to dodge forward here. Maybe the forward dodges have an awkward dodge with the way the perfect dodge works. Like, I know forward dodges are supposed to get out of the way of the beam attacks, but that's just for regular dodges. It's not so much for the, getting the gun strike part of this. I don't know, when I dodged it was a Neurothrope's beam attack. Actually, now that I think about it, when it was a Neurothrope's beam attack that hit me, and I was able to perfect dodge it, I was dodging to the side, but I was practically directly underneath it, so I was able to get like a pretty nice reaction dodge to it. But in this situation, when it's traveling towards you, like super aggressively, dude, oh my god, what a dangerous enemy. It's absolutely broken. Like, the Zoanthropes are literally breaking the rules to the game with stuff like this. That is absolutely insane. But yeah, I definitely think they should nerf the beam attacks. I just, definitely let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for like a solution for something like this. But for the most part, I just... If one of these attacks aren't working properly, you have to make sure that they don't ruin game runs just because of how much damage it does. So I would just practically make sure that even if this is ruthless or substantial, it only does like 2 bars of armor or something like that. Just nerf the damage on it if we really can't get it to interact with perfect dodges. Like, it should interact with perfect dodges. Also, I gotta point out, they do get an armor piece back as well. Well, I guess this is a lethal gun strike too, so I don't know, it was a good shot. The Zoanthrope was made to antagonize and annoy brother. I'm not sure about this one. Sometimes I perfect dodge and I'm fine, other times I'm smacked even after the beam passes the short iframes protection. They need a serious look into... they need a serious looking into. I think they being Zoanthropes. Zoanthropes need a serious looking into. I'm really curious as to how the hitbox actually works for the beam. Yeah, you know what? I agree. I'm definitely curious on some details about the beam attack as well. I mean, practically any sort of information they can share with us about it would be kind of helpful. We all know it's wider than it looks, but are there multiple hitboxes to the beam instead of one plane that sweeps? I do wonder. Yeah, I think this comment is asking some really good questions here. And yes, the beam attack can definitely feel a bit wider than it looks, and it feels faster than it is. Maybe I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely something that I agree needs a looking into, and some information on how the beam attack works would be really nice. At this point, I'm avoiding perfect dodging it. I'm having a lot of lag lately. That and issues like that are a real problem when trying to survive. However, I was wondering if dodging forward might be more efficient. Some attack animation hitboxes are weird and going forward seems to help. Hope next major patch addresses it. And the person who posted this clip did say their ping was like 25, so it definitely wasn't a ping issue. And yeah, they do point out it's better to dodge forward, so I do think maybe they didn't try to dodge forward. It could be a dodge that was just a little bit late, and that is why it triggered the perfect dodging. It might not be a perfect dodging issue. They might have just dodged it so, like, pretty much the latest you could dodge for a perfect dodge. But you'd think that if you trigger a perfect dodge, you would just get iframes instantly, you know? I don't know. This is definitely something I would like to see discussed in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the clip and any sort of solution you think you can help with Zoanthropes. The only thing I could really think of is to just gut the damage of the beam attack. Everyone hates the beam attack. It works, maybe. It does. Honestly, it's never as bad as we see it in that clip, like, all the time. It is annoying here and there, for sure. But, like, for the most part, I have been dealing with Zoanthropes pretty quick recently. But I have been playing a lot of sniper, and I've also been playing a lot of heavy as well. Sheesh, man. Yeah, I kind of want to go fight some Zoanthropes right now, to be completely honest.